Hey guys, welcome back to Filter Coffee Football. What an incredible result. I was at work, not ditching work. I was just waiting there for the last 10-15 minutes of the game because I was like, you know what, I'm here, might as well look for it. Don't want to risk. I am so glad I waited. Good lord. I was jumping around in the clinic and like people were looking at me like, what happened to this guy? I was like, oh yeah, his team scored a goal. It was ridiculous. So excited. What a win. What a
It was
fabulous
through the
result.
roof.
For the longest time in this match, it seemed like we were not going anywhere. But, came up with the goods, defied the typical Arsenal fashion, where we are known to kind of go slump into an anonymity if the match isn't going your way towards the dying minutes. So, really refreshing stuff this time around. But let's start with our opposition though. Karthik, why don't you kick off with the fabulous performance that Wolves had on display today?
Yeah. Oh, time wasting at minute 25. Oh, wow. That's a first. I think even Jose Mourinho might be very proud about this. And the 25th minute, like, okay, I understand. Yeah, your team has a lead, but this is minute 25, not minute 90 plus 5. What's the reason to like delay kicking the ball? And guess what? They got away without a yellow card. Same fixture a week back, reversed. We got a yellow card for time wasting in the 65th minute. So, double standards again.
Yeah, I wonder whether Wolves were trying to, stick it to Arsenal because of the way we played against them, really try to hold on to the ball. But Arsenal were still really positive throughout that entire game. It wasn't like we
Quite.
sat back. Wolves were literally sitting back. Like there was a point of play in the 60th minute where they had a counter going on. And I think it was Jimenez who kind of just stopped, passed the ball back, and they were just happy to hold on to possession, and it came back to bite them in the end. So it
He,
seems.
Jimenez today seemed like he was really not intent on attacking the goal. Rather, he was more intent on cribbing with the referee. Jimenez, Cody, Kilman, every one of them. I mean, even Neves and Moutinho for that matter. Every other instance, they were trying to cry foul. I mean, come on, you're playing the Premier League. This is not some toddlers league where you just fall off and ask for a card every other minute.
Yeah, and we have watched Wolves play before. This was not a very typical Wolves performance. They were really, I don't know what it was about their game today. They were just really negative, which, I mean, they are a defensive team, but I haven't seen them play this way. Even in the reverse, like when we played them at the morning, they were really good. It was a really aggressive, one-on-one game. There was a really nervy end to that game as well. This was just a very different Wolves. It almost, as an Arsenal fan, it almost made me angry, and it feels bad because we've been saying great things about Bruno Lage all through the season, yet this performance was very different. I guess in some ways they were showing respect to Arsenal as a team, because this is how I would expect Burnley to play against Arsenal when they go 1-0 up, and that was honestly the way that Wolves seemed to operate, and it worked for them for a while, but then that double substitution did its magic. And Ketia still not scored a goal in the Premier League, but contributed to one today. And what a turn and what a finish there.
Turn and
Honestly,
finish. That was magnificent. I mean, that reminded me of Lacazette in 2019, where he would do that half turn, he would get the ball, he would move around within a second, within half a second, and bang, there's a goal. But this was Nicola Pepe. And as as Mikel mentioned earlier, uh, I think he's seen something different in Pepe, which is why he's gotten the two substitute appearances. And I think there is something different. I think the player, the hunger seems to be alive right now. Maybe he wants to be a part of the train that's probably building something rather than just maybe slagging off.
yeah, that's really positive to see. He was really energetic. I mean, Arsenal were really energetic. This was like really right up until the 82nd minute when we scored a goal, this performance had literally everything except the end product. Some of the touches we saw, some of the passes that we played, the amount of control we had, it was absolutely incredible to watch. We were playing at a high tempo throughout the game. Even though Wolves wanted to sit back and hold on to the ball, we did not let them do that. We forced them to playing that long ball and winning possession back. Granit Xhaka, good lord, another absolutely amazing game.
Banger.
But I mean, that can be said of literally anybody on the pitch today. I mean, um,
I
and
had a
then
grouse though. I really
yeah,
had a grouse where till the 80th minute, I was feeling that okay, we are trying to build the game way too much, and maybe there were certain parts of play where you could have just moved the ball within the second touch. You don't need a third or a fourth or a fifth touch to pass the ball, which allows them to get back to their shape, which they are
mhm,
trying to hold on to for dear life. So, and there are certain moments where even Saka didn't take a shot, but he took an extra touch, which I felt was maybe clearly lacked some kind of confidence. Even Lacazette, like as a striker, he's taken the ball, he's run 30 yards with the ball. Then he does that turn where he holds the ball back for a second, and I'm thinking, okay, but you are the striker, you are the number nine, you have to be selfish. I couldn't care less if you did not pass the ball. I mean, I want you to take that shot, not for you to like run all the way, then hold off, allow them to get back, then maybe try a pass, then somebody else trying to take a shot. Why do you want to complicate things when things were easier?
yeah, I feel a part of that was just going down early in the match. There was like this pressure of like, we have to make every shot count at this point. Because I genuinely feel that if we were at that nil-nil, we would have seen a lot more of those, half chances being actually converted into like straight up shots. Because
So
you're right, there were so many moments where you're like, oh, that's a shot, take it. There's just like one extra touch too much. And I mean, Lacazette, he didn't score it because the goal was given to Jose Sa as an own goal, but he was really the source of the goal, and he did manage to kind of get that winning goal back, which was, I mean, absolutely ridiculous. The amount of it. Let's quickly talk about the bad part about it. He should have scored earlier on in the game. He had plenty of chances again. The Arsenal attack is definitely doing its bit in getting the ball to his feet in good positions where he should be finishing them. So that still needs some work. But my lord, the energy he had on the pitch, even when we were still trailing the game,
right.
running back, defending, putting his body on the line. Good lord, I mean, at this point, I'm tempted. I want to ask you, what do you think about his contract situation? Do we still give him that? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you can be slightly optimistic and say whether you throw in a pay-as-you-pay contract or a one-year contract with reduced terms. But at this age and juncture, I don't think Lacazette or his advisors would accept such a contract. Maybe if you want to say have the stature of still playing for Arsenal Football Club, yes. But does he want to be on a lower paycheck? Or maybe get something relatively better and probably move back to France with reported interest from Lyon again. Uh, I, for one, don't really see the revisionism here because, yeah, he has not been up to what we've thought he would be. So,
mhm.
okay, now the contract is coming to an end. Maybe, yeah, exchange pleasantries, say goodbye, and okay, except that it didn't work out as much. But trying to again give another year's contract and maybe not get a forward or not get a proper replacement, it's going to hurt long term. And I don't want that to happen.
Well, that is correct. Like, for everything great that he's brought on the pitch, he still has failed to deliver on the most important element of his position, which is scoring goals. We still have had to depend a lot on our wide players and our deeper attacking players to create that. So we definitely need a striker that can actually put to bed some of the chances that he's had and hasn't really made the most of. But nonetheless, he's been absolutely amazing in terms of being like a hub for like energizing the team, energizing the crowd. Even that celebration at the end when he scored the goal, you could see that there was still that passion, there was still that
That's the
drive.
bite. The bite.
So,
Yes.
um, a very, it's sad to say, but this was a very un-Arsenal like performance to score two goals in the dying minutes of a match and really scrounge back a result that, for all intents and purposes, the performance did deserve. So
Especially the sucker punch when somebody's been trying to play negative ball or play some dead end football since minute number 25. Take that. Now take that. Now probably waste time.
well, yeah, and of course, we did not touch upon why this victory is even better because Spurs dropped points. I called it. They dropped 3 points to Burnley. So this gives us an even bigger gap now, a 6 point margin between them. Again, them and Wolves were really our closest rivals. So with Spurs losing and us beating Wolves for the second time in
Yes.
a row, we have really opened up some gap. Now we just have to keep up pace, and we should really be in with a realistic shout at
Of
that
the four.
top four. So yeah, that's I cannot believe you're in this situation, honestly.
We take every game as it goes. I don't want to say, oh, we have games in hand because games in hand does not matter. Points in the bag matters more than games in hand. I firmly believe in that. I don't think having 5 games remaining or 5 games extra versus someone else helps ever. It it has the other way around of adding more pressure to win those games. Rather, I'd just have points and let's just take this game by game. Go slow. Every single game is a final. Just like give it all. That's all you have.
13 more finals to go. Let's
Through
keep
that.
going on there. But yeah, that was us talking about an absolutely amazing Arsenal versus Wolves performance. Both Gunner fans super super happy right now. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Please let us know what you think about the result. Is Arsenal actually going to finish in the top four? Ridiculous. But yeah, have a great day and see you guys next time. Bye.
Alrighty.